Awesome. What's going on, everybody? Thank y'all for tuning in tonight on our show on the Walk-On show number 80, Trick or Nah. I guess Halloween is on tomorrow. They y'all celebrate Halloween. I know some people don't. But anyway, have fun, guys.
Me and my son will be out there trick or treating.
Make sure you say this again.
People still trick or treat.
Bring musketeers.
We used to go bag snatching. I don't know what y'all.
Yeah, we thugging it. Like we try to relive that.
Bag snatching.
We trying to live that. My mom played tricks on me last verse for real.
That's on 2 Notch and Decker Boulevard. You don't do that in the suburbs.
Oh man, we doing that.
Why you got those shots 2 Notch and Decker?
That's free. Never. All right, let's get started. Show number 80. Let's go.
Man, 80 up there.
Oh yeah.
Saying, right?
Longevity.
On the way to the century mark, number 100.
That's gonna be a special episode.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank y'all for tuning in tonight on our podcast on iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Google Play. And if you're watching on Facebook Live tonight, we thank y'all for tuning in tonight on our show. On the table today, we have Chris.
Subscribing.
We have Robbie.
Glad to be back on the Walk-Ons.
And returning to the show tonight, we have SK.
Taliban shouting.
What's the name of your show again?
Oh yeah, Honest Dialogue. Live is Facebook live show on Earth.
Yup, it's awesome. If you haven't had a chance to take a look at it, make sure you check him out on Facebook Live. And also returning to the table once again, Mr. Anthony Fleming, Fade Guru.
That's him.
We got a special introduction for you.
Special just for you.
Just for you.
What's that?
All right, ready for it? Go, click it, go. You remember this?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Just for you.
Snap. Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Oftentimes, barbers and individuals in my clientele ask me, how am I able to do what I do? And my response to that is, excellence is obtainable. Perfection is what I'm reaching. So I school other stylists in that mindset.
You know what I'm saying?
Excellence is obtainable.
Perfection
is what we're reaching.
Still remember his line.
He did not cut himself at all.
That's what's up. My first commercial. That's what I'm talking about.
I had the honor to do this commercial for him.
Done by the one and only.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
classic
My
moment.
man.
That's
My man.
classic moment. Had to bring it back to you.
That's definitely classic. Appreciate that.
Great fan to me and to everybody on the table here. First of all, make sure you got all distracted with that commercial too. That was back in the day. Make sure you follow us on our social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at the Walk-Ons Radio. And if you got any comments or questions throughout the night, make sure you send it in. And we promise you we will be answering those tonight. We got plenty to talk about. We got NFL games, we got college football, we got NBA. We got all kind of great stuff we're going to talk about today, so make sure we stay tuned for that. And also, we have UC Upstate head basketball coach Dave Dickinson. He'll be calling in tonight to tell about his upcoming season with the USC Upstate basketball team. Let's get started with pick six. Number one, congratulations to the Boston Red Sox for winning the World Series championship.
We're not gonna They watch my Dodgers. They gotta get that.
With a 4-1 series win. Steve Pierce, former Gamecock for the Carolina baseball team, is the MVP of the World Series, by the way.
Me and Steve Pierce had Spanish 2 at USC together.
Hey, all kind of connections there.
Exactly, man. I feel like he gonna be like a little chip. I feel like I left a copy off my paper one day.
And if y'all do not remember, Jackie Bradley Jr. is also on the Boston Red Sox.
Gamecocks everywhere. Also, big shout out to Brandon Phillips, my classmate, reading 99. When you at BP, I see you out here winning the World Series chips, man. Bring chips to Decatur.
Awesome. So, if you're not a Boston fan, I'm sorry, but
I'm
me
not.
personally, I'm a Braves fan. So
I am too.
I'm a Braves fan too.
I
I think everybody south of North Carolina is a Braves fan.
Yeah, I mean, if you live in the South, you should support your local team. You know?
Yeah, but Steve Pierce is a great story. He's 35. He's bounced around. He's played for every team in the American League East. Got traded from Toronto to Boston in the middle of the season. So it's very rare that somebody gets traded in the middle of the season.
That's what Gamecocks do, man.
You saw that
That's
short
our
that
blood.
you saw that short that he was given on that was the 2019 Ford pickup,
250, right?
something like that.
250?
A little more like a 10,00050. All decked down and stuff like that. But congratulations to once again the Red Sox and Steve Pierce for MVP honors. Next on the list, if y'all remember this guy, he went to Dutchford. He was a running back for Dutchford Silver Foxes, and he was going to Louisville. His name is Matt Carver, and he had a scholarship to go to the Louisville Cardinals. And I think the day of signing day or the day before signing day,
They kind of pulled the scholarship off.
scholarship. And
I remember this story like a couple years ago, right?
Yeah, that's just 4 years ago. Yep.
And I'm pretty sure.
Pacino did it, right? Pacino. And he's still there, by the way. He got fired, but came back and still coaching Louisville Cardinals now. And I'm pretty sure Matt Carver remembered that when he went to Louisville this past weekend, getting 243 yards and 3 touchdowns.
And the 56-35 win over Louisville. And that's 2 years in a row. So he goes out, he gets the last laugh, beats Louisville his last 2 years there. So
And
revenge is sweet.
He said it wasn't for revenge. He just had a great game. But that's a lie. Looking at the stats, I don't see 243 yards every other game on there or 3 touchdowns. He only had 2 touchdowns of the season.
Pacino may be looking like he's on his way out and got a 39-point underdog at Clemson this Saturday.
I won't be surprised. And they need to get rid of him because right now Louisville is trash, hot garbage trash.
Take the under. He's such a good guy off the field. Oh wait.
I don't know about that part too. Riding with girls on motorcycles. If y'all remember that story, huh?
Not his wife.
Not his wife. Are they still together?
I think so.
That's love. That's love right there, guys.
I don't know about love, but
going to the NBA. Going to the NBA. If you are still a Cleveland Cavalier fan,
no one is.
Sure y'all heard about Tyronn Lue getting fired. This past, was it yesterday or the day before?
About 2 days ago.
yeah, something like that.
0-6 start.
0-6 start. Does have an NBA title. 3-time NBA appearance.
That's not gonna help.
Well, really, he got fired because it was a kind of power struggle. Like the management wanted to play younger players, but Tyronn Lue still wanted to kind of play the older guys and get a chance for a run at the playoffs. So I think he really kind of just forced his way out. Like, hey man, this sucks. I want to get fired so I can collect my paycheck.
Dre, what's up? Kathy, hello. I say this and I'm gonna stick to it. I believe that Tyronn Lue was the LeBron's coach, not the Cleveland Cavaliers coach, and he was just there to coach up. Hey guys, this is what LeBron want to do it.
Bottom line, Dan Gilbert's trash.
Well, they're not gonna get rid of Gilbert. Well, Gilbert can't get rid of himself. So
I mean, he could.
He could.
It would be greatly appreciated.
But I'm pretty sure they're gonna try and find somebody that can replace it.
The one they wanted to make the interim don't even want to take the job.
No, Cleveland Cavaliers.
That's how you know you got a dumpster fire.
Yeah, but SK, you said that Luke Walton might be out the door too, possibly, huh?
That seat warming up over there on the West Coast.
Hey, you doing there, Mark Jackson?
I'm personally cool on Mark Jackson. I'm cool on that.
Cool when they say on Taylor that Mark Jackson won't be a good pick.
Me and Anthony said Mark Jackson be good, but then I mentioned David Shaw too as a potential. But then I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know who else you gonna get at this point. Somebody said Avery Johnson, I think.
I did. I guess that wouldn't be a bad look.
So general manager LeBron doesn't like Walton so far?
I'll take Avery Johnson.
I don't think LeBron got a problem with Luke. I just think if things don't go right, someone has to be a scapegoat. So the coach is always the easiest target.
Another coach that's also got fired over the weekend, Cleveland Browns head football coach Hugh Jackson. He was fired along with his offensive coordinator. His record for Cleveland not Cleveland Cavaliers, well, still
Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland Browns, 3-36-1. He is ranked 218 of the 219 in NFL history of coaches.
And he just got fired.
Got fired. He should be fired a long time.
2 wins and a tie this year. He's showing some progress. Though. You don't fire him after 1-15 or 0-16, but you fire him after 2-5-1.
Yeah, I disagree because at the end of the day, who they gonna get?
Right now,
nobody wants that.
There's been a lot of talk about McDaniels or Mike McCarthy from Green Bay.
Oh, y'all gonna do this McDaniels experiment again?
Huh?
What about the general manager?
They need to get rid of that too.
He just got rehired. General manager just got hired a couple years ago. I know the old saying is, what you're going to do eventually, you should absolutely do immediately. So I guess once they saw that knew they were going to make a move, like, why wait? Start going in the right direction.
Well, I say this probably a year or two too late. because they should got rid of Hugh Jackson.
I mean, I don't think he was necessarily the problem, but he wasn't that part necessarily the solution either. So, I mean,
What's up, folks?
Yeah. Next on the list, Simone Biles. If you know her, she's the great Olympian in there. Has a kidney stone and still winning championships. She won one.
It's greatness, right?
She won one over the weekend, by the way. But we had to say this because if you ever had a kidney stone, I never had a kidney stone, but I heard stories though. Those things hurt.
Yeah.
Wow.
And for her to keep on competing and win the championship over the weekend says plenty of things of how strong Simone Biles is and how committed she is to doing what she do.
A real champion.
When women give birth, bro, you thought a kidney stone was about to stop her? Nah, she was cool. Brent, ain't no poor Cleveland. Cleveland been trash.
If you're on Facebook Live, make sure you keep on commenting. We make sure we look at your comments throughout the night. Next on the list, last one on the list, by the way. The Jaguars was in London this past Sunday, and apparently on Saturday,
breaking the one rule you're supposed to always
Friday
follow.
night. So
Friday night.
They had a night to recover.
They were arrested because they did not want to pay a bill at the club they was at.
$46,000 bill.
For those who have not traveled abroad,
it was 46.
You do your best to avoid.
£46,000. Okay, I got
you do your best to avoid getting arrested abroad.
Well, apparently they did not listen to that.
Yeah, they didn't listen to it.
They were released after 9 hours in jail. Apparently they did not want to pay a bill. They got to a fight with the bouncer, fight with the person that was over the club. And
it's very believable.
Over there in Europe, they'll play that stardom over there. You go pay or you go into jail. And apparently Europe did not abide by what U.S. does over here.
Yeah,
so
I heard it was basically resolved once they paid their bill. But sad thing is, basically, you got in a fight with some people from England and lost. So that's a bad.
That's embarrassing.
Don't mess with the bouncer.
And you as NFL players at that.
You lost to a bouncer from England. That's a bad move.
But isn't they money more than ours?
Yes, it is more.
Yeah.
So
I'm curious to see what the problem was. Like, what did they feel they were overcharged? Were they just drunk? And
so
like
it's a $50,000 bill.
They're probably drunk. Probably.
Between four of y'all.
It said 50,000. It said 50,000
pounds.
pounds.
So it's 50,000 pounds. Okay. Yeah. So between four of y'all. There's more to this story that we're not getting.
Yeah, it's something.
There's more to this story.
They probably try to holler at some girls that probably was one of the girlfriends. Probably.
Maybe it was a language barrier or something like that. Maybe.
The language. They don't know no language over there in Europe, especially down south, guys, Jacksonville.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe it's going to understand each other.
I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw the story, I'm like, Jalen Ramsey really just go to jail. I had to look at the list of people. Like, okay, here you go. Right,
said cheerio. What do you mean cheerio? What do you?
They said possibly DJ Hayden was in there too.
Yeah, he was one of them.
Yeah. Wani Harrison. So
y'all team ain't good enough for y'all to be getting arrested overseas right now.
Yeah. I forgot.
They took home the L, right?
You doing bad, you gotta lay low, man.
They're taking a lot of L's right now. I know Bortles.
And Jalen Ramsey is kind of a loss for words after those post-game comments aren't nearly as brash as they used to be.
Nah, but I know for Jacksonville as a whole, the QB situation is bad. You got players going to jail. They don't know what to wear on their games. So Jacksonville is just a whole state.
Florida football, and as far as the NFL as a whole, is taking L's right now.
Well, let's speak
football
of
Jameis, even with the in college.
Yeah.
Florida State's trash.
Straight trash.
Well, I think we saw that over the weekend when they played.
Miami's actually mediocre.
Miami came back on them, what?
Yeah, that Rozier kid. He ain't enough.
If
April, what up?
If you see a guy reading the book in the football stadium.
That was a great scene.
I love it.
You know, good and hell well, your team is trash.
And they got the fridge package. Christian Wilkins toting the rock into the end zone.
That's the ACC.
Behind.
That's the ACC football.
Yeah, that's ACC.
That's all in the ACC.
You can read the book in the football stadium.
All cupcakes.
Got four ranked teams in the top 25.
All cupcakes.
Well, I said
all cupcake Thomas.
I like that. I said the MEAC. No disrespect to Ben.
Syracuse, BC, NC State, all ranked now.
All that. Hey, we'll come back. We'll talk all NFL. Stay tuned right here on Walk-Ons.
Unrightfully.
You want to try to call him now? It's 8:40.
We're going to call him at the top of 2.
What's
so
up, everybody?
tell him a different time.
Appreciate y'all tuning in.
He's not going to be here.
I know.
We're holding him up, man.
If not, then we got to do a backup plan.
Fade Guru up there on the walk-ins. You know what I'm saying? Doing the radio.
The walk-ins.
Show. Wasn't it a walk-ons? I'm sorry.
The walk-in.
You don't even accept walk-ins at the shop.
Look, man.
No, he do not accept walk-ins at the shop.
Appointments only, bro.
You see how they do me?
Try to walk in if you want to at the barber shop.
You're going to just sit there. That's all that's going to happen. You're going to sit right there.
Oh, you going to sit there, all right.
You see how they do me?
If you just want some good conversation, I do it.
Hey, y'all put some type of hate hashtag or something on your head right now.
Exactly, Kathy. You always pay your bill.
Clemson fan.
Clemson fan on the right side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Representing.
What it is, man. You boy, they say Taliban Charlotte. What's the problem?
You know what I mean?
Hey,
Jeremy, what up, bro?
Mark, let them know who you is.
Kayla was
Marcus Walker,
popping.
part of the Walk-Ons radio show.
Yeah.
6 foot, 280 pounds.
Cut it out.
Losing weight, by the way. I'm on a 14-day diet plan. No rice, no sugar, no pasta, and no bread. Try it out.
Listen, you should have seen his face when we went to this meeting the other day. And they had Chick-fil-A biscuits. He's going to grab two and sit down. Hold on, I can't have bread. The look of disappointment on his face in that moment.
That was
priceless.
that was not why I was upset. The biscuits that they bought from Chick-fil-A was baked.
The grilled
Chick-fil-A
it was
biscuits.
grilled chicken.
I hated it.
They're helping you out.
No.
You say you're trying to lose weight, right?
That's not helping me out. No.
Baby Jesus is looking out for you.
God
Grilled
made
biscuits.
Chick-fil-A biscuits fried.
No,
fried for a reason.
No.
Ain't no baked
He gives you
chicken
options.
biscuits.
See what I got to put up with.
Hey, that's just my expression of how I feel about that.
What's up, Scott?
Everybody that's on Facebook Live, thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you send your comments in. Make sure you follow us on social media on Facebook and on Twitter, and also on Instagram at the Walk-Ons Radio Show. And then also, we got some stuff on here. We got Spotify. The music playlist. Chris, tell me about that right quick.
Listen, I update the playlist every Friday. Apple Music and on Spotify. I give you all the stuff you need to get through the week. All the new music, some throwbacks, all of that's in there. Right now, we got a little bit of the Tory album, a little bit of Young Blue, some other new faces out there. Next week, I'm probably going to give y'all a throwback.
Hey, make sure you follow that on Spotify. And also, we're on different podcasts. We're on iHeartRadio, iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and also Spotify once again. So make sure you type in the Walk-Ons Radio Show. And you can see all the episodes from episode 1, where we first got started, The Struggle, and to now. Show number 8.
Struggle. Joe Budden is not the only person on Spotify. We here.
Hey.
Let them know.
Hey, also, thank y'all for the guests that's on the table today, SK and Anthony Fleming. Love to have y'all back on the show once again. Let's get started with the NFL. This coming Sunday, let's go ahead and talk about this right quick. I think this will probably be the game of the year.
What game is that?
New England and Green Bay.
Green Bay needs a win. They're 3-3-1.
I think you oversold that.
Yeah,
game
how does that
by a
game of the
mile,
year?
Yeah.
I like the quarterback battle. Yeah. That's why I like it.
No, Rams Chiefs is the game.
Yeah, Rams
Chiefs
that's a game.
That's a good one too. But I'm eager to see.
The Rams are playing at the Saints.
Yes, is that this Sunday or next? Is either this week or next week?
No, Rams
at the Saints this week.
Okay, so next week's Rams.
That's gonna be a good
But
game.
Rams
too.
are 8-0, Saints are 6-1, so that's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good one because of Drew Brees taking on the Rams. Reason why I said New England and Green Bay because you got two good QBs, Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. Now I
It's
know
at New England.
It's at New England.
Been rolling a little bit here lately.
But I know defensively is going to be what's going to be the game changer. Both those QBs can have great
action.
Did you not see New England play last night?
I did. I did watch them. But
Buffalo
is a trick place to play at. I promise you that. Even though they suck.
Listen, defense is not going to be the game changer.
They going to take a victory.
Defense ain't going to be the game changer. The game changer is going to be if the what's my man from Green Bay that brought the ball out of the end zone when they told him not to. That's going to be your game changer.
He got traded, I think, today.
Oh no!
Yeah, I think he got traded today.
Some things you just don't do.
Yeah, they removed him from the premises.
Stay there and get those 25 yards.
I'm surprised he made it to today.
He got traded today.
Yeah, he got traded. Yeah, they removed him from the premises
because he didn't even make up the 25 yards.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
he didn't make up 25 yards. He fumbled the ball. Like
on top of that, you know. But hey, those other folks stuff. You know what I'm saying? The game of the year is, you know what I'm saying, coming up in a few weeks.
Yo, who that?
Thanksgiving. You know who it is. Them Skins, baby.
Who they
I'm
playing?
tired of hearing about these daggone Skins, by the way.
They playing Dallas again, baby.
All right, listen. We're going for Washington full force. I can't stand the Cowboys.
We got to do it again, baby.
Can't stand them.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, right now the Redskins are number 1 in their NFC East.
Keep that quiet. They're doing good. Keep that quiet for right now.
Yes.
Keep it low for right now.
For all Redskins, keep that quiet.
Keep it quiet. They're gonna be quiet when they get down to number 3 in the East.
Don't worry about it. Let us.
I'm pretty sure Philadelphia's
playoffs.
gonna get hot.
Man,
Let us
listen.
walk
You said
into
who?
the playoffs.
Philadelphia.
All right.
They got past the Panthers. You know, beat them pretty handily. SK, what's your favorite team? By the way?
Philadelphia folded against the Panthers,
man.
right?
We on the fire seal right
Came
now.
back
We looking forward to
20
next year.
points?
Yeah, I got it really.
Yeah, did you give up on that game, Marcus?
Which one?
It was 17-0. The Eagles were cruising, but the Panthers came back and won it 21-17.
Well, that's why you play all 4 quarters.
That's right.
Ain't that
But
right,
you were
SK?
just saying the Eagles beat them. They did.
And by the way, that's a perfect example. BC. They had to come back and win, right, SK? In the 4th quarter. That's why you play all 4 quarters.
I want to ask you a question.
no.
See, you know you have like some darts are unnecessary at the moment. That was one of the ones. How you treat your guests like that?
Hey,
But hold on.
welcome to the Walk-Ons, everybody.
Hold on. So what's going on with Westwood right now, though? You said y'all was gonna go undefeated last time we talked a couple weeks ago, and y'all done lost every game since, ain't it?
Chris.
I'm just saying, if we gonna throw the darts, we gotta keep it fair, though.
hold on.
We just gotta keep
Road
it
trip
fair.
to
Hold
BHP.
on.
Pack your cold
What
weather
high school
gear.
did you graduate from?
White no.
Did
Go
BC play
Timberwolves,
White on
man.
the first game of the season?
Wait a minute. Don't even throw that in there right now. BC was hot garbage when we was in high school. BC had the little trash behind stadium. That little trash dump they call a football stadium at BC.
Hey, like my boy Andre 3K.
That's
said,
why you
man.
always schedule BC for homecoming.
I think Andre 3000 said it best. You focus on your past, to be a has butt, man. Don't
I need to
focus on
ask
your
my
past, man.
question. Hold on,
Granted,
hold on.
BC got better over the years. They got a new football stadium. They got a new gym. They got
defensive coordinator.
New defensive coordinator. New uniforms. New people. Yada yada yada. They in the city. The city is developing. Yeah, but 10 years ago, hot dog. You could see a cockroach. Cockroach was living inside the
tell me
city.
about
No,
10
we was
years
fighting
ago.
them about 10, 12 years ago at the stadium.
Oh yeah,
I'm finna silence
hood.
noise real quick.
Huh?
I want to make sure I capture both of them because see, he got the Carolina shirt on, and then he got the Panthers on. See, both of
Represent.
these are Panther fans. Who did y'all not beat from the NFC East?
Okay, Redskins. I mean, I'm with that.
Just wanna- they beat
I ain't got no
everybody
problem.
except
I ain't got no problem. I'm not
Anthony,
hating. I can acknowledge when we lost.
We're going to defend you in a minute, but I got to finish my right no discussion.
See, I'm not a hater.
I was not trying to bring that back up, but no, I got to defend my Timberwolves for a second.
Speak your piece then. Speak your piece. I mean, y'all 5A school, we a 4A school. I mean,
It's all
speak
right.
your piece, man.
And
You still got- you still got smoke.
y'all deserve to be number
I
one.
had to get my point.
Y'all built that program from scratch. I mean, BC used to be good back in the day, and then y'all had a little snag over
Nah,
the
BC
years.
was never really good. That's
But-
that's
I mean, they
parts.
did pretty
we-
They
decent
won
back
a
in
state
the
title back in
times.
the 60s.
We still ain't got
There you go.
Don't say never.
we still ain't talking about Westwood though.
60s, right?
Huh?
We still ain't talking about
We'll get
Westwood
by
though.
Westwood. I'll get
What
by
happened
Westwood.
though?
First, to finish the white no conversation. All right. BC is now in a good category in 4A. Got some good teams here and there. Westwood is also in 4A, by the way. But
Good
like I
teams
said,
here and there. We've been to the lower state championship last 2 years back to back, but that's neither here nor there.
congratulations to y'all beating White No, by the way.
Thank you.
I know that was a hard game, by the way.
It was, big 5A school beating up, trying to beat up on a little 4A school, but we handle business.
Now back to my Westwood Redhawks. Yes, we hit a little snag. I'm not gonna lie about it. We had some injuries. We got some problems here and there. But at the end of the day, we're still gonna fight to the finish. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cause a lot of shock in the upper state. That's where BC is at.
Y'all a 4 seed playing the 1 seed?
Huh?
4 seed playing the 1 seed?
Yeah, we at the at large, so we gotta go to Belton Honey Pair.
Okay.
Yeah, BC, we're lower. We
Oh yeah, Laurie.
Where y'all heading?
Sorry.
Do you know yet?
Yeah, we're going to Buford.
Okay.
I thought y'all had number one seed. I thought y'all had a home field advantage.
Y'all won down there before, right?
Huh?
Y'all won down there before,
We
right?
won. We beat Bluffton.
Bluffton, okay.
Yeah, 2 years ago. We beat
All
them
right.
down there.
So y'all can be road warriors. Still do this thing.
It's not new to us.
There you go.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Now we got that
Keep hope
taken
alive.
care of the way. Westwood will be back to where it needs to be once playoffs are around the corner. We go to Belton Honey Path. We're looking forward to it, and we're gonna see where it goes from there.
All right, now back to the NFL.
River Bluff is going to be hosting them.
River Bluff
Can we
will
talk
be
about
hosting.
AP and these on the skins right now? Like, I will be the first to admit, I said, yo, AP is, listen, I'm not here for
He's
this.
legit.
It ain't gonna be the same. But I was wrong.
Absolutely.
I fully admit that. AP is balling right now.
AP is doing good, and the reason being because he's not with that trash offensive coordinator he was with at Arizona, and they also be able to
Vengeance is mine, says
Yo, what
the man.
happened to Arizona?
Arizona is hot garbage, bro. If you know, if I say hot garbage, that's just like cockroach.
got
under
something.
the
I
shoes
know everybody
right
trying to
now.
sell me on Bruce Arians, but
AP got something to prove right now. I mean, for the amount of money he's taking, I don't understand. Because, see, me personally, I would say that I wouldn't play for that amount of money. But for what he's playing for and what he's doing, they don't add up together. He is balling.
Why not? AP is trying to prove that he is not close to retirement, even though he wants to probably wrap it up soon.
2-3 injuries.
I mean, he's pulling.
He said he won the rushing record.
He's pulling a Dwayne Wade right now, trying to last as long as he can.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, AP, when time is up, time is up. We come back more. Stay tuned right here on the Walk-Ons.
Yeah.
Call him up.
My dreams might let me know all the stars are close.
I'm just happy my doggone skins look like something or whatever.
All the stars are close.
Tell me what you gonna do to me.
Keep them quiet.
Confrontation
Y'all
ain't
don't say
nothing new
nothing
to
about
me.
the skins. Keep all y'all.
You
Keep
can
all
bring
the
a bullet,
skins
bring a
in
sword,
crack.
bring
You
a morgue,
understand?
but
Have
you
you met
can't bring the truth
a
to me.
young Mr. Titus?
Alexa,
Iglehart.
play all the stars on Amazon Music.
You said keep him quiet?
Titus
Hard to do, right? Yeah, that's hard to do. Yeah, I forgot about Titus. Yeah, that's hard.
Shout out my
Boy,
man
Carolina
Titus.
Chris, and you're listening to the Walk-Ons on Free Thinkers Radio.
Everything is burgundy and gold right now. Afros, everything. He sold all of it. You know, things, carpet in his house.
At the tone. When you're finished, hang up.
Hey, welcome back to the show, everybody. Once again, follow us on our social media on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all that good stuff at the Walk-Ons Radio Show. And also, if you got any comments or questions throughout the night, make sure you send those in. Let's go ahead and get to the college football ranks, both with South Carolina Clemson, since we're here in South Carolina, by the way. Let's start with Clemson first. Always start with South Carolina first. Let's start with Clemson. There we go. Over the weekend, Clemson demolished Florida State Seminoles.
Right. 59-10.
And that's with Florida State. At Florida State, they had all the players that they needed.
Willie Taggart still employed?
Except for Willie Taggart.
Well, Willie Taggart after the game was saying he was questioning some of his guys' effort, and a couple of guys threw some punches, and they were ejected. He's going to suspend a couple guys, so he's got all kind of problems right now.
He still got a job?
Yeah, he still has a job, but he's got O-line issues, and he doesn't seem to be able to address those O-line issues. He, you need to max protect.
To be fair, those O-line issues existed before he got there, so that's not a new thing. So that's not necessarily like something that just came up all of a sudden. They couldn't protect anybody last year.
Have we confirmed that Jalen is all right? I mean, what's my man, quarterback? Remember he got injured and it came out towards the end, but he should have been out the game because it was getting wild.
Francois?
Yeah, Francois.
Yeah. I don't know.
Francois is
because if he is like legit injured, that's not good.
He's been getting beat up a lot, but Blackman's got a year starting experience, so quarterback's not the main issue. It's they got to find a way to protect him, and defense is just. When he said effort, I mean one of those Amari Rogers touchdowns. It looked like those guys weren't even trying to chase him.
The DB's
once he caught it, and they were like, "Okay, DB's I don't think I'm gonna catch him. Why bother running?" No, you can't give up on a play like that.
This one thing a lot of people gotta understand. If you're a Florida State fan, Taggart still got those Jimbo Fisher guys, so he still gotta filter those guys out, just like here in Carolina when Muschamp got filter Spurrier guys out. Same thing with Florida State. Some of the players that he's on the team right now, it's not gonna fit his system. It's not gonna fit his ideology.
I think that's a cop out that coaches use when they come to places out. You gotta
Really?
filter out old guys. And
I agree.
Like the guys who Jimbo Fish, you gotta remember now, the guys who are seniors and juniors for Florida State now were recruited and signed when they either played on a national championship team or were recruited right after them. So it's not like they get like some 2 and 3 stars. They got legit bald people who were like 5 and 4 star players.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, they had 30 4 and 5 stars.
You just got to be able to
Clemson's
coach
28.
for the talent you have on your team.
Right. That's just something college. That's just something coaches use to kind of like give themselves a reason of why they're not succeeding immediately. Like, I get rid of these guys, get new guys in. I never buy into that. I don't like that.
And Jimbo Fisher recruited fullbacks, tight ends, and that's not part of Willie Taggart's system.
Right. It's not like he came in there, it was like 10 fullbacks on the team. Like, no, you got some dogs out there. You just got to know what to do with it.
Because I look at even with the Gamecocks, I mean, I felt like we had, from what we were told, less talent last year, and we were more competitive last year than we are this year. How's that the course?
Jake is your quarterback.
Huh?
Jake is quarterback.
Well, you won a lot of turnover battles last year. I mean, you won. You
still
just
said the
can't
same thing
expect
last year.
You can't
I don't
expect to
buy
win the
into this whole
turnover
Jake
battle
Bentley thing.
and win the close games like you did last year every year. because I mean you tweaked out a lot of close games, and you always seem to win the turnover battle, but that's something you can't count on year in and year out. I'm surprised they hadn't forced as many turnovers, but that was a large part of how they were able to win last year, is forcing those turnovers.
Yeah, I don't think we played as good last year defensively. I think we played better last year defensively than we did this year. I don't necessarily think Jake is a problem. I just think people expect too much from Jake. Jake is a cog on the wheel. He's not like going to drive the team to some type of success glory. Like, he's good enough just to get the job done. And I think right now they need a guy better who's dynamic. That's not him. I mean, I think people expect too much of Jake Bentley. I mean, he's just a guy. He's a dad, just a guy.
Well, how do you recruit those quarterbacks that's like up for grabs now? Like, before you had Hurts.
I mean, with Jake Bentley was a high end guy.
Yeah, Helinski's coming in. He's one of the top quarterbacks in the country. He's coming from where's he come from? California.
Yeah,
but then I'm talking about your guy. Even with him leaving Clemson,
Kelly, yeah.
Like, how do you get those guys? I mean, is it a politic world? What is it that those teams?
You just got to impress them with your offensive system, and
I mean, he would be able to make those changes. I believe at Carolina.
No.
Really? Listen. I was on the Kelly Bryant train, and then I started seeing what's my man.
Listen. He got
Kelly
passed by a freshman for a reason.
Kelly was not gonna make them throws.
Lawrence.
That throw I saw Trevor Lawrence.
Hold.
Crazy.
What did I just tell you 10 minutes ago? What you know you're going to do eventually, you should absolutely do immediately.
Yeah, that's facts.
After Clemson got demolished by Alabama, was it 30-3? Something like that?
24-6.
24-6. I got 6.
Oh, you remember, huh?
I mean, it wasn't going to happen the same way that it happened like with Deshaun. I mean, but still, he still kind of took you to the same arena. I still feel like Alabama shouldn't even been in the equation, seeing as though they didn't win their conference.
But you got to think about it like this. You got, as a coach, you got to look at the big picture. Like, look, we got to build an advantage that we play in the ACC. That's what it is. So we're going to get those 10 wins. But can we beat Bama? Can we beat Bama with Kelly at quarterback?
So you think this guy can beat Bama?
I think Dabo basically said that the newer kid gives us a better chance. Because if you see them on film, watching them on the game, the new kid always has more tools than Kelly. So it's like, okay, well, hopefully down the line he progresses, he gives us a better chance at winning the big game.
Downfield passing game is
passing ain't floating up in the air, taking forever to get it. Like, they are coming on the line. Like,
Trevor Lawrence is a beast, by the way.
What's up, York?
Yeah, I'm sure he's not going to stay there for a full 4 years, by the way.
He's supposed to be the number one pick in the draft in 3 years they said we leave. So I mean, it's evident when you watch him. Like the ball moves differently.
His confidence is growing too. Each game.
For him to show out against key opponents, especially against Florida State, he did, and then North Carolina State, all of them. The way that he just lasers in is phenomenal to see a freshman do that. Yeah. And this early, not a lot of freshman QBs can do that at top schools, by the way.
Yeah, when he's checking the right protections and learning things like that, you don't see that a lot of true freshmen.
And also, a freshman has a higher ceiling than someone who's been there 5 years. If someone's been there 5 years, you pretty much are who you're going to be.
Yeah.
So am I the only one that thinks that this looks like almost strategy from Clemson? Like the other teams, it's like they kind of like take a little bit of break, but then when they play those ranked teams, it's like you would think that they were going to get a better game, but they just smash the ranked team.
Yeah. No, I just think Clemson's that much better than North Carolina State and Florida State. I just think that's what it is.
Well, the whole ACC, by the way. There's nobody in that conference that can compete with Clemson in the next 3 or 4 years. Clemson is set to win the ACC championship for the next 4 years.
And took his talents to Texas A&M.
This is no knock on Clemson, because I think Clemson is a top tier program right now. But yeah, it's nobody that in that
Florida State is not. It's not beating no Florida State. Virginia Tech is a possibility. NC State is a possibility because they getting better.
Only way I see Clemson losing, like for real, in the next few years, is if Nick Saban retires and Dabo goes to Alabama.
I don't see that happening. Dabo to Cleveland Browns possibly this year.
I don't see that either.
Put that in the atmosphere. Dabo swinging to the Cleveland Browns.
He's never coached at played at the pro level.
I'm pretty sure you want to pull a Nick Saban and come back to the college football race when Nick Saban retires.
Coach.
Yeah, he's got two coaches, two sons on the team. So.
Now I'll tell you when Clemson will fall off. When Brent, remember when he
when Venables goes somewhere.
When he goes somewhere, it's going. You can see a different.
Venables has one son on the team and another one coming. So
I mean,
they say money opportunity talk.
You said Harbaugh to the Browns?
Yeah.
Harbaugh's a good choice too, by the way. The Cleveland Browns got a good choice.
It's just hard to win in Cleveland. Though.
Yes,
how you
all around.
But 10 years, 100 million, that might could get him there.
Man, you can win anywhere in the NBA. The NFL, that's the one great thing about the NFL.
That's what Gruden
any
got.
city in the NFL, you can win.
Yeah. So it depends on where you're at, though. You talking about
Don't matter. The NFL is so job driven. Like a person not in NBA, people can pick and choose. Like, I don't want to play here. I want to play there.
You need good general manager. You need good player personnel people.
Yeah.
It's not automatic for some of these teams that's been struggling for years.
Right, I'm saying you get the right people in place, you can win. They're like, the right people in place in Cleveland is not going to win.
York said Clemson is to the ACC what Bama is to the NCAA.
Yeah, that's a good statement. Clemson remaining games is Louisville. Then they have Boston College. Then they have Duke, and then they have South Carolina. All those is winnable games, by the way. So
the world.
I mean, I'm just saying now. Next year, I haven't seen Clemson's next year's schedule, but I sure it's not like South Carolina's schedule.
Texas A&M's coming here next year.
Bravo. South Carolina's remaining games.
Clemson could be a 10-point favorite in all the games next year.
South Carolina remaining games. Ole Miss, Florida, Chattanooga, and then Clemson remains out there games. Three out
Maybe Southern Miss to finish up.
The 3 out of 4 is on the road. These are Ole Miss. Southern Miss.
Maybe finishing out.
They had the makeup
December
game.
1st.
We'll be back on the walk-on. Stay tuned.
So they did agree to have that makeup game?
John Blocker said.
I don't think it's official yet, but that's what they're targeting, Southern Miss, and they're going to know by November the 5th.
So yeah, I think they're going to make that happen. And because no other reason they're going to need another game to get 6 wins. It's going to be hard to get 6 wins on their last. What Carolina's now? 4-3? 4-4?
4-3, and they'll beat Chattanooga.
They'll beat Chattanooga, but
if they could beat Ole Miss this week, they should be their 6th. But if they lose to Ole Miss,
it's going to be tough.
At Florida, at Clemson's going to be tough.
They could beat Florida.
Possibility.
That's a
try them one more time.
Yeah.
Not saying they will, but it's a winnable game.
Appreciate y'all tuning in.
Plus and iHeartRadio All Access.
You still on? We on Instagram Live?
No, Facebook.
Instagram,
Live. This
Flex.
is Marcus, aka Diesel. Hey, listen to the Walk-Ons on Free Thinkers Radio.
I ain't hear you. Didn't realize that's how it was able to. Look, don't shoot at me. Don't do it like that. I didn't know how to do it, so I just did something. Because the one that I did do wasn't getting no viewers. So I just went on my page and just opened up live. How about that?
Willie David, nice voicemail.
Talking trash, man, just doing whatever. How about it just being shared on my page?
Hey, welcome back to the show, everybody. Follow us on all social media on Facebook and on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at the Walk-Ons Radio Show. And find us on our podcast on iTunes, Instagram. No, not Instagram, I'm sorry. iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play, Spotify. Dadgummit.
Everywhere that you can find podcasts, we are on those platforms.
iTunes,
SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts,
Talk to
iTunes, Spotify, iHeart, Google Play, everywhere. We there.
All 5 of the podcasts, plus more to come soon. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Hey, it's time for the shoot around.
Yes,
Chris, what you got today?
I got a big question for today. Before I get to that, I'm leading to some simple stuff. Halloween is tomorrow. All right, so I'm gonna borrow this from y'all show. Candy, what's something you gotta have?
3 Musketeers, M&M's.
Good bar, Snickers.
Candy corn, candy corn, candy corn, candy corn.
Candy corn is
I spit hot
extra
fire.
trash.
Candy corn doesn't have no taste.
Extra trash.
Give me a Hershey's chocolate. Milk
Candy
chocolate.
corn.
I need Butterfingers. I need Kit Kats.
The GOAT Halloween candy is a Snicker bar. You, go to that, you knew what house had a Snicker bar. Like, we go hit. They got a Snicker bar.
But why people get candy corn? That's a waste of life. That's
corn.
like polluting your
Candy
whole
corn
body.
and coleslaw are in the same thing to me.
Don't put
Trash.
coleslaw in that category.
Trash.
Coleslaw is good for you. That's
All right,
nothing but lettuce and mayonnaise.
We got stuff to get. We got stuff to get to. All right.
Do not get no candy corn, people. Eat candy corn
All right.
on the aisle.
So here in Columbia at Baptist Medical, they have an issue at the ER on game days with these students flooding the ER. The drunk students, the stretchers lining the hallways.
See, man, this is a sad American travesty. Back in my day, people just got drunk, shook it off, went to bed, and woke up and they just went to the Russell House and chilled out.
Exactly.
Now they're going to the hospitals and stuff. Now these kids today just soft, man.
I mean, they should have that lined up anyway because one, it's homecoming, so still.
Nah, but you're taking away beds from actual patients now because you're drunk. You got people peeing in the hallway. They're trying to fight the nurse. One nurse got
know it's all that though.
Yeah, like now you're using police resources too now because they got to come here for this.
But also
you're
that
doing too much.
black alumni situation, that was bad right there.
That was terrible.
Yeah,
that's a bad look.
That's a bad look.
That looked like some real slavery 1850 type stuff with a man riding a horse, waving a nightstick. That looked real. That was a real bad optic.
Exactly. And everybody kept sharing.
That was brewing ever since Garcia, right? He had to come on the field drunk, right? They should have did something about it then, right?
I'm pretty sure Garcia came to the field drunk a couple times.
That's a fact. Speaking of bad optics.
Failed the drug test right.
Yep.
Speaking of bad optics, Cardi won all the smoke with Nicki.
Man,
all
listen.
of it.
I don't know if
Man, listen, you cannot get on an Instagram message and tell me how you not gonna feed into stuff, and not go back and forth, but you just released 10 1-minute videos consecutively. Like,
I'm not gonna lie to you. That little Nicki Minaj Instagram video, I was not paying attention to Nicki Minaj.
Neither one of them, man.
I mean, I won't lie.
They need to fight. Somebody need to fight and just be done
I
with
won't
this.
lie. I watched all 10 Cardi B stuff
I
and
did.
sit there and say, why am I wasting my life watching this stuff? But I watched it anyway. I can keep it real. I watched it. But I'm just saying, like,
So who you would think
That was not the start of the video.
I mean, in a fight, Cardi will win. Nicki ain't. Like,
You don't think Nicki can handle her?
Man, Cardi a savage ex stripper. She's been in fight before.
Cardi's hood.
Yeah.
She's 2 Notch ready.
Why you gotta throw shade at 2 Notch?
2 Notch is the hoodest street of South Carolina, and I'm pretty sure.
That's a lie.
And I was the only one to agree.
That's a lie. First off,
And Beltline
You gotta
is
go to
one of them.
Monticello. I'm
Listen.
sorry. And matter of fact,
You ever been to the Bishop?
Huh?
You ever been to the Bishop?
No.
You ever been to the? All right, yeah. We'll talk about
I
that
still
later.
think 2 Notch is
we're
the
on the
hoodest
second
place.
one.
Listen, 2 Notch got 2 sides.
We're on the second.
Yeah, because
We're here right now.
2 Notch leads right into what?
I gotta make sure my
Sand
car's
Hills.
locked.
So-
Where my keys at? Where's my car?
All right. Now
Broad
this,
River leads into the
I
sewer.
did not know Anthony was gonna be on the show with us today, but I'm so glad you're here for this next
We're
question.
not gonna play that video again, are we?
No, it ain't got nothing to do with that, but it does have something to do with it. So,
So don't forget
Saw
about
this-
Sand Hills.
Y'all can't show
saw
the
this
man
on
with
Twitter.
keys in the head.
Saw this on Twitter, and I thought it was a good question. Can you cheat on your barber? If you need a cut, like you got something going on, and you got to go somewhere, your barber is out that day.
Fam, let me tell you something real story. I'm crazy you said this.
Andy, don't
So-
say nothing yet.
So one day I came to the barber shop. Like, first of all, I don't like getting my haircut south because I like going to Atlanta to get my haircut. But situation
right
makes I have to do a haircut here.
Bougie.
So I came to the. Oh yeah, I absolutely right. Only the best clippers can touch his beard. So anyway, I get to
they here in South
his
Carolina.
barber shop, and the dude normally cuts my hair isn't there. So I'm like, I need a haircut bad. So my dude's like, hey, my man, they could cut you. So all right, cool. So I forget it. I'm like, hey man, just don't mess me up, bro. Just keep as high as possible. Don't mess me up. Got the chair, everything's cool, all right? I come back 2 weeks later. This time, my dude is there. I walk to my dude, and I walk to the dude. I can feel Obo cut me last time. Just look at me with a death stare, like really, like you gonna go to dude now?
That's right.
Like I cheated on him or something. I'm like, dog, I cheated on him with you. Like you the side chick.
Now,
But the side always want to be the main.
You right.
so Steve, so you go all the way to Atlanta, and the guy's not there. You gotta use a different guy at that same barber, or you going to another barber?
Dog, I mean, I used a different guy right there because it was just like I had to get a haircut. I was just praying to God, like
That's a
And
4-hour
that,
trip.
And does that matter if it's the same barber shop or a completely different shop?
I think it's better that he still went to the same barbershop.
Keep the money in the
Keep
same.
the money in the same.
Nah,
For one reason, you've been able to, the client been able to watch who else can actually give them the service that they've been used to.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, and then it brings them to the same location.
I got a story to tell you right quick.
Oh, okay.
I was talking cold. Anthony know this story, by the way.
Yeah.
Now I went to Anthony plenty of times. Anthony is my barber still.
Uh-oh.
But he was at an old location. Not gonna say his name, but I'm glad I did not go to him. I hope he's not watching the show tonight, by the way. So this girl came in to get a haircut, and I think she had just like a regular tape up or whatnot, bring down the hair a little bit. Turns out the guy gave her a ball fade instead of a cut down and a little tape up.
Juvie or the Bootsy?
I don't know, but she's ready for the military when she got done.
Oh, she got a juvie.
Juvie.
Ed, do you remember that one?
I remember
Juvie.
I remember that one.
So that's
Y'all
why.
record that video?
This like what? 2010, 11. But I'm just glad because stick with the barber that you know. If it's not there, then go out a little bit, put a little bit of curls in there.
But you need to
take
have
it
a
up.
backup though, because your barber may be out.
I mean, I
You need a cut.
do have backups.
Okay.
You know.
I'll give an.
Bobby, you have to worry about this. 'Cause you know you got a bald head.
Yeah. I've retired from haircuts since 2014.
Awesome.
if your barber, I mean, is like catastrophically better than everyone else that's in the barbershop, then yes, I do give you the license to go somewhere else that you know where you can get a good cut from. But with a barbershop like ours, we actually have decent barbers in there. So if one of my customers couldn't get to me or get on my books and they came to one of the guys that's in there and they were available, I don't really see it, as a threat, because at the end of the day, I'm very confident in my work and my craft, and I really believe everyone that I cut will come back. You know what I'm saying? Or use me as a reference.
Yeah.
You just gotta be confident.
Me personally, I got like 2 big barbers.
I don't tell people to spend their money.
I got a couple of them.
I got
just because people's schedules be so
barbers.
crazy, I can't necessarily wait till just come see you 2 days.
There you go. Anthony Fleming, Fade Guru. Where can you find?
Yeah, where at?
Where you at?
And
45.
Where they gonna find it? Where they gonna?
Okay.
You got 5 seconds.
Okay. 4561 Hardscrabble Road, South Carolina. Come see me, Fade Guru.
You do not have to go to Atlanta or get the ball fade.
You ain't got to do that. Come see me.
Stay tuned right here, guys. Get the ball fade, by the way, if you women out there.
You do have to vet barbers.
Start a
though.
trend.
You have to vet barbers.
Hey,
You do.
Man, you gotta go who you comfortable with, man. Like it's a bad experience leaving the barbershop and you're like, God damn, this shit is crazy, man.
Bruh.
Or that
you ever had the barber push your line back?
Or that tape line be look like a smiley face we leave.
I ain't got no tape line
keep
no
it
more.
real
So
time?
now it's like, man,
Keep it real time.
No, I mean one time I went to Christmas with this younger went to the Fort Jackson barbershop, and this guy named Levi, I have not forgot his name, Levi, with the bad breath.
Fail.
And it's messed up hair. How you gonna be in the barbershop cutting other people's hair, but your hair look like who did it and why? Like really? But he puts my hair so back, my
that
tape
should
line
be
was
your
like
first
this.
key not to get with.
Batman tape line.
Oh wow.
It was like this right here. Like I'm part of the Navy
No
SEALs.
lie. One time I sat in like when I was young, just didn't know no better. I sat in this barber chair, man. It was a chick, man. She gave me the round tape.
Not the clown face, yo. No. It's like, no, she just gave you the mask real quick.
Man.
The mask. Oh, man,
And
that's the mask.
crazy
You
part,
know the mask.
hey, hold on. The crazy part was like the dude, I guess who like the the barbershop owner came over, was like, hey, why you cut his hair like that? She was like, he asked for it.
No, he didn't ask for that.
He wanted that.
Wow.
He didn't want that. She took you to
You
Halloween
know,
early.
I was like 13, 12 years old, so I ain't kind of really, I ain't gonna smoke to be like, no, I ain't asked for this, or what the case may be, or spaz out, but yeah, it was crazy, man.
Well, at least when you wash your face, you ain't had to worry about moving your tape line.
See, that's what I be worried about because
that Beijing. Like, what's your thoughts on the Beijing?
I used to do Beijing.
If you don't
hard.
have no hair on the top, don't get a Beijing. It's only gonna look like a plastic helmet or a swim cap.
Who was my man on New Edition that came out to the BET Awards with that Beijing?
Oh, what's
How
his
about
name?
Michael Jackson's brother?
Oh
his name?
yeah,
I don't know what that is.
That's
Man,
a
give me that
perfect
Ray
example
Lewis.
of Beijing. Right
Ray
there.
Lewis.
That's
Perfect.
too
Got a
much
head
Beijing.
full of Beijing.
That's too much Beijing.
Hey, that's
play
good.
for the Bulls.
Let it be hot outside. Let it start melting. Like mascara.
Light skin.
Play for the Bulls.
That's we're talking about Carlos Boozer.
Yes,
Boozer, yeah.
that was terrible.
Well, the one thing about Beijing is if it's done right, it don't sweat out like that. Like I used to get Beijing back in the day. Like it's just dark in my face.
But them people that come out in the sun and like jump be dripping, it's like, yo, fam.
That means
You
they
look
got like
wild
a little
right
market
now.
thing.
They
right
got a
now.
lot of excess still left in it. It's not washed out right.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's not done right.
Yeah.
let's talk a little bit of high school football. By the way, I know we talked about a little bit with White Noah and the BC feud. Still, even though I graduated high school 10 years ago, but it'll be all right. Pedro Rio Sr. put on Facebook, Somerville High School 8-2 wins the regional championship over Fort Dorchester, who is also 8-2, final 43-42, and double overtime finish tonight. By the way,
Yeah, they did the Super Bowl play where they actually hacked it to the quarterback, who handed it to the
Christy,
running
what
back,
up?
who
What
threw
up?
it back to the quarterback
yeah.
for a 2-point conversion to win it.
If you're in South Carolina, high school playoff starts next Friday. Some games are being made up this Friday due to the hurricane we had a few weeks ago. Some games might be moved up.
Have
Yeah,
they decided
Skeezers.
who we gonna play for that game that we missed, or are
Which
we gonna
one?
play the same person? The game that we missed. With
Some teams are playing the games that they missed. Some teams are playing a different team, but it's not gonna be many. Though.
Skeez is playing this week. They didn't make up the games. They got 4 out of the 4 Columbia area teams are ready to go. So Hammond is playing Wilson Hall this week. Cardinal Newman's playing Lawrence Manning. First Baptist is hosting Ben Lippin, and Porter-Gaud is hosting Heathwood Hall.
Yeah, and Westwood is taking on South Aiken this week. SK, who BC taking on this week?
We don't play. We played our game that week. So, no, matter of fact, that happened on our off week, so we played our 10 already. So
y'all played our 10?
Yeah, we chilling right now.
Okay.
We chill, wait for the offs to come.
Okay. I'm so glad we're not playing you, because I'll be talking kind of trash right now. I was hoping that we played you.
I mean, why were you hoping that 5-18 we played in the 4-18?
Because I think we could beat y'all.
I mean, you would hope Goliath could beat David, but you know. So.
We're not David, by the way.
History tells us.
History tells us it don't happen like that.
But yeah, we do play South Aiken this week, and then next week, all the games will be starting off on November 9th. So I know some games this week is McCormick taking on Eau Claire. You have Carolina Florence taking on Socastine. Lexington taking on Batesboro Leesville on Friday. We also have Newberry taking on Southside. Lakeside taking on Aiken. You have Conway taking on West Florence. You have Ashley Ridge taking on West Ashley. Matt B taking on the Green Sea Floyds. Daniel taking on Ridgeview on Friday. You have Ben Lippin taking on First Baptist School. Baldwin Springs taking on Northwestern. River Bluff taking on Irmo.
What's River Bluff record right now?
River Bluff is 8-1.
Well, look at them bounce back from last season.
2-8 last year.
Yeah, turn it around.
And I'm trying
wrapped
to find
up a home playoff game.
Hammond taking on Wilson Hall. Chapin taking on Spring Valley on Friday night. Now, if you hear South Carolina, some of these games might be moved up to Thursday due to another storm, like it was last week.
Another storm coming?
Yeah. Another storm.
This week or next week?
This week. There's a storm coming on Friday.
Sheesh.
I said, these moving games is not the business.
Storm thing happen every week, man.
Yeah. Braden Walker over 1,000 yards.
When did that
Akeem
change,
Nicholas.
though? When we played, we didn't move a game because it's going to be raining or cold. We played right in the weather.
When Trump came in office.
Yeah. I mean, I remember one game was at White No. We played Dust Fort, and it was literally a monsoon for the whole half.
We played South Aiken for homecoming. You couldn't see your hand in front of your face. It was raining so hard.
It was
and
cold.
We standing right
I remember
there.
that game. I was with him that game. That was cold and rain right there. And now we in the era where if you see a thunderstorm coming 5 days out, cancel it. Move it up to Wednesday or something.
Like my people tell me, man, every generation gets an increment smarter, but increment less tougher. So
I say play the game. If you gotta play where you play in college, the only way you cancel the game is if it's lightning, by the way. I understand safety concerns, all that good stuff, but if it does rain, just go ahead and
it's an easier fix in high school. Like it's easier to kind of accommodate and move things around high school. In college, ain't nobody going through all that. You got 90,000 people coming Saturday. They come Saturday.
You talk about a cuss out there, huh?
Yeah, it's a different ball game on college level.
When we come back, we have Dave Dickerson. It's Dave Dickerson, USC Upstate basketball coach. So stay tuned right here on the Walk-Ons, everybody.
How long we got?
We have 10 minutes left.
Okay. How long we got before we come back on?
1 minute.
Okay. Hey guys, follow me back over on Instagram real quick. I'm finished with this. Fade Guru signing out this time.
Dave.
Yes.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Doing good. We're on commercial, so we'll be back in 15 seconds.
Sounds good.
All right.
Appreciate you joining us.
You already logged off your Facebook Live, Anthony?
Yes.
Dang it.
Why?
I'm about to say, shout out to Anthony, Fade Guru. Check out his commercial on Stark.
Oh, wow. Well, you
put the blazer. Huh?
You can do that on Instagram. It's the same.
No. Just go to, we talked about, let's go to that slide right there, the computer slide, where it just show all the graphics and stuff. All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. Make sure you follow us on our social media on Facebook Live and on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram at the Walk-Ons Radio Show, and follow us on our podcast on iHeartRadio, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and SoundCloud. You can find all of our episodes on there. Also, clips on SoundCloud and also on YouTube on freethinkersradio.com and also Free Thinkers YouTube page itself. So make sure you check us out at the Walk-Ons Radio Show. On the show right now, we have UC Upstate basketball coach Dave Dickerson. This is not his first time on the show. He was on the show last year. Dickerson. Why I said this now?
Dixon.
Okay, that.
You're right.
He's been on the show before, but we're glad to have him back on the show. Dave, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, guys. Thanks a lot for having me. And Marcus, don't be concerned. A lot of people have butchered up my last name.
Some people don't know me, Dave. I'm very country, so I say a lot of people's names wrong. So
I'm glad you said that because I'm country as well.
Awesome. See, now we're on the same page. That's why I like you a lot, Dave.
South Carolina native.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave, how was the preseason gone? How has the preseason gone, and have you settled in on your starting five so far?
Well, the preseason has gone good to this point, and we're just trying to figure out our identity on the offensive and especially the defensive end. We have some guys that have stepped up and played well. We've had a few surprises and a few disappointments, but the surprises outweigh the disappointments to this point. And so hopefully we can continue to get better. We had a great practice tonight, and we haven't settled on a starting lineup, but you got to think that my four seniors is going to have a lot to say about that.
All right, Dave, this is Robbie. Thanks for joining us again. And you were picked anywhere from the middle of the pack to the bottom of the Big South in the preseason polls. And polls don't mean anything. I know you're going to lay it all out there. And I'm sure you have a lot of respect for some of these cohorts in the Big South. It's a tough conference, of course. But what are your expectations in year one?
Well, preseason polls is a necessity to generate fan interest, and obviously I understand that. And I've been preseason pick first before, and I've been preseason pick last before. But it's one of those things to where if you look at our resume from last year, you can see why the other coaches in the Big South and the media that covers the Big South will pick upstate last. And but the one thing that we've done as a program is that we've haven't talked about last year a lot, and now we're just dealing with what we have now, and hopefully we've turned the page, and then we now, and in order for us to be good this upcoming year, we got to turn the page, and we got to make other people in the Big South and outside of the Big South turn the page as well.
Sounds good, Dave. Now, I didn't get a chance to ask you about this last time you're on, but I did want to ask you, just about how gratifying was it to win a national championship as an assistant at your alma mater at Maryland, and then you went on to also have a Final Four at Ohio State, and just how does that experience help you and when you're trying to build a winner as a head coach here at USC Upstate?
Robbie, I went to Maryland because out of all the schools that were recruiting me at the time, I thought I could win a national championship there as a player back in 1985. And within my 4 years there, I never got to that point to getting to a Final Four and to think about winning a national championship. So when we won it in 2002 with me being an assistant there, that kind of validated the reasons why I went there back in 1985. Mm-hmm. And obviously, what a great team, what a great set of coaches. Coach Gary Williams now is in the Hall of Fame. And matter of fact, I want to point out that I played and I've coached for two Hall of Fame coaches. Gary Williams is in the Hall of Fame, and Coach Left Drizel was just inducted this last September.
All right. Well, that's awesome. And, we just want to move on here. What you were the
Coach Dickerson, this is SK, one of the guest panelists on the forum today. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good, Coach. I see you got them Gamecocks coming up.
Mm-hmm.
First game of the year.
All right. So, as a quote unquote smaller school in the state, what's the mentality going against one of the flagship schools that's in the state right now?
And that's a really good question. And obviously, I'm going against the University of South Carolina in Columbia is going to be a big game for us. And it's going to be one of those things where we're going into the game trying to put ourselves in a situation where we can learn about our team. And with it being the first team out, and with it being their first game, but on their home floor, it's going to be one of those things to where we want to go out and give our best effort. We want to go out and play hard and play smart and play together. But also, we want to make sure that we play with the right type of energy and the right type of communication. And at the end of the game, no matter how it turns out, we want to be a better team from playing that game. And we understand Frank Martin is one of the best coaches in the country, and his program was in the Final Four 2 years ago. It's going to be a tall task for us, but we're excited about finding out who we are as a basketball program.
All right, Coach. USC, they lost to Augusta. So is that a good thing or a bad thing catching them after Frank gets to coach off of that loss?
Well, it's one of those things where it's neither of the two, really. Frank, I think I read some comments about the game to where he could have done some things differently to put himself in a better situation. So he wanted to see how his team react. And I know he's got 4 starters returning. So it was one of those things to where the fans look at that score and may think one thing, but from a coaching standpoint, it's one of those things to where you're trying to get your team from one point to the next point, and that's what he was trying to do with his team, not taking anything away from Augusta State, because obviously they played well, and that's a great win for them. But I think Frank saw in his team what he needed to see, and he's going to move forward from there.
Sounds good.
All right. Awesome. And I got another question, Dave. If y'all got any more questions, just let me know. But recently, this is an NBA question, by the way.
Okay.
Now, Christopher's team, Cleveland Cavaliers, that's got to in there. Recently got rid of Tyronn Lue.
LeBron.
No. You was with Cleveland, okay? So, what does Cleveland have to do to get back on his winning ways? And who do you think would probably be a good hire for the Cleveland Cavaliers?
Build a basketball team.
Huh? You said are they a basketball team?
First of all, I didn't hear that Coach Lue got fired.
You didn't hear about that?
Yeah,
did that happen today?
Hey, so I'll tell you something. So yeah, Coach, that happened 2 days ago.
He's focused.
One thing I learned about being a coach, it's always a weird phenomenon for coaches. Coach, you probably can vouch for me on this. When you really tune in, you really lose track of reality with the outside world. Like people tell you something like that happened. Like who won what game?
Coach, I thought you knew about that.
You when you're getting closer to the season like this, you try to be a husband, you're trying to be a father, and you try to be a basketball coach, and those are my priorities along with my faith. And obviously, I'm geared in on upstate basketball, but to answer your question. The NBA is just a funny league and a funny association, and obviously I have no idea what Cleveland is doing this year, but
they don't need a coach.
But I think it's one of those things to where a lot of things that happen in the NBA, they try and jumpstart the players, and when they're trying to jumpstart the players, the coaches are the first person to always go. And but Tyronn Lue, I know him personally from my time at Ohio State and spending time with his practices and seeing his teams play. He's an unbelievable coach, and I'm sure if he wants to, he's going to get another job here soon.
All right, Coach. One more question for you. Back to USC Upstate. All right. So coming off last season, as you look to this season, what constitutes success for you and your team?
3 things, and obviously, I want our seniors to walk off the court on our last game and give me a big hug and saying that this is the best year that they've had at Upstate. That's one thing. And the second thing I want to do is I want to raise the level of expectation of Upstate basketball on campus, in our community, and within the state, and in the Big South. And then the third thing I want to do, I want to put ourselves in position to where now we're set up in year 2 and in year 3 to make the run that a good program would do in that situation. So if we can achieve those 3 things, and then I'll be excited about the first one is that the seniors will walk off the court and give me a big hug, and the other coaches a big hug, and say, Coach, this is the best year that I've had wearing an upstate uniform, wearing an upstate jersey.
Awesome. USC Upstate takes on South Carolina next Tuesday night at 7:00 p.m. at Colonial Life Arena. Taking on Fate Martin and the boys down there.
Wear your green and black if you want to support the Palmetto-born coach in the matchup.
Take that. All right. If you wear red during election day, we know where you're going with that part. All right. So just let you know, election day is next Tuesday.
Go
red
vote.
is going around.
Go vote.
Make sure you go vote. If you have not registered to vote, make sure you do so.
Coach, send some swag so we can wear it to the game on Tuesday, Coach.
Is it too late to vote? Too late to
register?
Yeah.
Send us some upstate swag, Coach.
Don't worry about it. If you have not registered to vote, then that's your fault. What you about to say?
I don't want to hear no complaints from you if you ain't registered.
I was just telling Coach, send some upstate swag, Coach, so we can wear it to the game on Tuesday.
Well, you know, next Tuesday is a big day for our state and for our country. So I echo what you guys just said. Go out and vote and give yourself a chance to be heard. On no matter what side you're on the political spectrum, go out and vote, and so you can increase your voice. Hey, I'm looking forward to kicking the season off and playing against the University of South Carolina is going to be a big barometer for our program.
Yeah, we're going to get some stuff to wear, though, right?
You're going to send some swag, Coach.
Right, the budget might be a little tight, you know.
Y'all got Under Armour? Y'all got Under Armour?
No, we don't have Under Armour, but we can put you in some nice Nike stuff.
Oh, there we go.
We'll take that.
That's facts right there.
Checks over stripes, man.
There you go.
We got you, Dave. We got your number, everything. We know where you at. You in Spartanburg. So we'll keep that in mind as we move forward.
Checks over stripes.
All right, Dave. Thank you for. Go ahead.
Definitely feel free to stop by anytime, guys. I'd love to have you.
Awesome.
Sounds great.
Appreciate you,
Talk
Coach.
to you. Dave
Appreciate you,
Dixon, USC Upstate basketball coach.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon, man.
Appreciate
Take care,
it. Bye-bye.
Dave.
Take care.
Make sure you check out our podcast once again on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Play, SoundCloud, Spotify. We're on there every day. All of our shows are on there, so make sure you check us out on there. Find us on our social media on Facebook and Twitter at the Walk-Ons Radio Show. And then also make sure you share us. Make sure you spread the word about the Walk-Ons Radio Show. High school game day. We are waiting to hear what's going to happen this week. We'll hopefully to have a game on Friday. I know for the last 2 weeks. Or Thursday. I know the last 2 weeks it's been kind of hectic because of the storms and everything, but we'll get this right this time.
We're going to wrap this up?
So high school game day. I know we're going to wrap it up. Yeah.
I'm trying to hit Chick-fil-A before they close, bro.
Chick-fil-A? You got 30 minutes.
Nah,
it's right down the street.
No, I don't want that shit. I need the real Chick-fil-A.
Oh, okay.
Oh, watch out there, man.
I just had that Chick-fil-A too, by the way.
I'm just saying.
Difference in Chick-fil-A?
The day chicken.
It's levels to Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, bro.
Everybody
Everybody ain't the same.
Everybody Waffle Fries ain't the same?
Nah, bro. Everybody don't bread their chicken the same either.
Hey, one more thing. We're gonna wrap it up. I promise you. Waffle House, right beside the highway on I-20 beside Marvis's Barbecue is trash.
Oh,
all right, everybody on the table. Chris, Robbie,
James seems to agree on that one.
Myself.
So where's the bad Chick-fil-A at?
Where's the bad Chick-fil-A? No, that can't be true.
Here.
I just had the Chick-fil-A. I just had them.
Bush River has the bad Chick-fil-A.
Who is the food expert on this panel?
Food tripping.
Bush River. That's the bad
Food tripping premieres Thursday.
Watch out for food tripping this week. This Thursday. Chris has a great place.
Shout out Vibe. Shout out to homie Casey Moultrie. We covering his spot this week.
Vibe.
Yeah.
Yes, my boy Casey. What's up, Casey?
And it's shrimp and grits. Yo, Casey.
We still said that's Chris saying trash. I ain't saying nothing about Chick-fil-A.
Listen, I got Chick-fil-A corporate on.
I'm going to Vibes right now.
Mail,
what up, Casey?
I got a problem. I call corporate.
I'm sorry.
I don't go back to the manager.
I'm sorry. That's not my fault.
Listen, I don't go back to the manager. I call Chick-fil-A corporate. Hey, fix this.
I just went to Chick-fil-A.
And they fix it
anyway.
Before I got here, so I'm not gonna talk trash about y'all. Speaking of that,
Baby Jesus ain't at that location.
If you want to speaking of that, if you want to advertise with us, make sure you send your advertisement to our email at thewalkonsradio@gmail.com. Once again.
In 3 weeks they trash.
Listen. Yeah, you want to sponsor this? What's up? What's popping?
There you go. Hey, once again, for everybody from on the table, Chris, myself, Wabi. Thanks to our special guest, SK, and Andy Fleming.
Fade Guru.
Friends to the show. We'll see us again soon.
Make sure you check out Honest Dialogue every week, too. Shout out to homie Shad is not here with us tonight.
Oh, your boy SK.
Toya,
man.
what's up?
Yeah,
and
Toya. Honest Dialogue on Facebook.
We will have a Election Day special next Tuesday night. So make sure you stay tuned for that if we are on. That's up to Dave. So we'll find out.
He said he walking away from you.
He's walking away, so we might not have a show next Tuesday. We'll see what happens. All right.
We might give y'all a throwback.
All right, see y'all next Tuesday, guys. 8 o'clock p.m. on Facebook Live. See y'all soon.
Word. Hey, for y'all.
Good show.